Hello students. All right, so we're doing multiplication of decimals by hundreds and thousands. Now I have a question here. This is the first question which I will be explaining you. We will be multiplying this the figure with 100. Okay, 100 means 400. So it's simple, very simple. The simplest trick here is going to be shared with you right now. So what are we going to do? We are just going to take the figure that is 5.75. So I'm going to write down 5.75 multiply. Now how will you multiply? You're going to split 400 into 4, multiply it by 100. Why am I multiplying it by 100? Why? Because 400. So there are two zeros. 400 means 4 multiplied by 100. Okay. So we're going to continue now. How will we continue? We're going to multiply these two numbers. Okay. I have given you a working column here. So we're going to write down 5.75 multiplied by 4. Now when you multiply this, simple, I am sure everybody knows how to multiply the figures. 4 5s are 20, so 0 comes here, 2 moves up, 4 7s are 28, 28 plus 2 30, 3 moves up, 4 5s are 20, and 20 plus 3 is giving us 23. So how many decimal places do you see here? 2 places, right? 2 DPs. So I will take 2 decimal places and I will put my decimal point here. Now I have got this answer which I will be bringing it out here. I'll bring my answer 23.00. As I'm done with this working, all right, now I'm left with 100. Now I have to multiply 100 here. I'm already multiplied these two numbers, got this answer. I'll bring my 100 down, multiply it by 100. It's so simple. You've already done this in class, and I'm still again going to remind you as to how we multiply the numbers with decimals. 23.00. Now always remember, when we multiply we move to the right side. Okay, so I'll make an arrow here. I'll move my decimal point 1 and 2 places. My decimal point will jump 2 places. Why? Because I am multiplying it by 100 and this 100 has 2 zeros. So I'm going to write down 2300. Why? Because I have brought my decimal point here. Okay, so this is going to be my answer. Coming up to the second question, I have given you the second example with 1,000 here. So let's get started with the second one. It's very simple. I'm sure you will understand it. It's the same way I'm going to do it now. Okay, so we're going to just write down the same figure here, 5.631 multiply. Now you're going to split these two figures. How do you split these two figures? Since it's having a 3 zeros, like it's 1,000 here, so I will write down 3 here, and then I will multiply by what? Yes, I'll multiply it by 1,000. Since I'm having 3 zeros here, so I will be writing down 1,000 here, and it has 3 zeros. Okay, so I'm going to underline this, and I will be multiplying 5.631 by 3. Now, simple, very simple. We're just going to multiply these numbers. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 6, 18. 1 moves up. 3 times 5, 15, and 1, 16. Now I have not got my decimal point yet. So how many decimal places, how many decimal places will I be shifting? Will I be moving? I will be having, since I have 3 digits here, so I'm going to just take 1, 2, 3. Skip the 3 digits here and put a decimal point. So we will come up with 16.893, which I will be bringing it here. 16.893. You're going to multiply it by 1000. Now, what do you think will I be shifting my decimal point to? I mean, how many places will I be shifting the decimal point? I will be shifting my decimal point 3 places. Why am I going to shift 3 places? Because I have 3 zeros here. So I'm going to just shift my decimal point 1, 2, and 3. So my decimal point comes over here, and I'm going to get 16893. This is going to be my answer. This is so simple, children. So I'm sure you're going to practice it more. I will be sharing a few questions, not many, but I'll be sharing just a few questions, and I would love everybody to just practice this question, okay? And I'm sure you will enjoy doing it. I think it's become now easier for you to all do it, okay? So I'm now moving on to more questions on division. All right, now we have 495.6 divided by 400. Okay, this is also simple. We are going to do it the same way, but the signs are different. So I'm going to write down my question. The first number that I see here is 495.6 divided by. Now you're going to split the way I split it, the multiplication question. I will be splitting this number by writing 4 here divided by 100. Alright, so now since we have got the first line here, we're always doing it the same way. The way we have done it in your multiplication, we're going to do it the same way, but the signs are different. So I'm going to write down this number here, and I will write down 4 here. Okay? Alright, now 4 times 1 is going to give us 4, which we'll minus. We get nothing. And then we're going to bring 9 down. 4 times 2, 8. You're going to bring your 1 here. And then you'll bring the 5 down. 4 times 3 is giving us 12. We're going to be left with 3. Now we have a decimal point, and then we have 6. So before we bring the 6 down, we're going to put the decimal point here. Just have a look at this. There are 3 digits here and there are 3 digits above. All right. So now we're going to bring down the 6. And 4 times 9 is giving us 36. So there's no remainder left. And we're going to write down 123.9 divided by 100. Children, always remember, when we are dividing, our decimal point will move backward. Okay? When we multiplied, it was forward. Now, since we have a division sign here, we are doing division, so our decimal point moved backwards. 1, 2. How many places did I shift? 2 places. 2 zeros. So 2 places. So 1.239 is going to be our answer. Alright. Now, I'm going to give you another example, and then we're going to end up with the lecture. This is also very simple. I am dividing it by 500. All right. So what will I do next? Same thing. 663.5 divided by, split the number, 5 divided by 100. All right, so I'm going to take these two numbers I've got this number here, and my divisor is going to be this number. So I'll just try this number by 5 times table. 5 ones are 5. I'm going to be left with 1. I'll bring down the 6. 5 times 3 is giving me 15. And then I'm left with 1 here. Then I'm going to bring this 3 down. 5 times 2 is giving me 10. And I am left with 3 here. But before I bring the 5 down, I can see a decimal point here. I'm going to bring the decimal point here. Just see the 3 digits. See the 3 digits up. And then I'm going to bring the 5 here. So we have 5 times 7 is giving us 35. Alright, there's no remainder left. So a quotient is what? 132.7, which is this. I brought it here. And then I'm going to divide it by 100, which was left here. This one. Alright. And since I have already told you that when we divide, we shift the decimal point backwards. So how many zeros do you see here? You see 2 zeros, all right, because it's divided by 100. So if it's divided by 100, there are 2 zeros. You're going to shift 2 places backwards. Okay, so 1.327 is going to be your answer. All right, students, I hope you have understood the work, okay, the lecture, and I would love to share a question which I just wanted to show you here. These are the questions that I just wanted to share with you. Try these questions yourself, and let's see. There's just one question on division and 2 questions on multiplication of decimals. So goodbye for now. All right, and I'll be coming up with more exercises, more questions, and something interesting in math. Okay, so bye for now and have a good day. Bye bye.